Bro.
You're watching Footy Fantasy. It is your steady thing will meet your football needs. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. It's Footy Fantasy. You're watching Footy Fantasy. Footy Fantasy. It is your steady thing will meet your football need. Your football need. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. Your eyes go see. Footy Fantasy. Footy Fantasy.
Welcome, one and all. Happy New Month for those who are happy. And those who are not happy, well, welcome to February anyway. We are here once again, your Footy Fantasy podcast, your favorite football podcast. We are here to give you the views of all our brothers and sisters in the diaspora. That's our unique selling point. Welcome one and all once again. And today we have OV. You can see him is wearing his Gunners top. So I don't need to tell you which club he supports. He's supporting the club at the top, the Oga at the top. So OV, welcome once again. He's one of our regulars. Great to have you.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Yeah. And we also have Raji. I can see his tagline is transitional moments. And I love the pun. Pun, understanding how things play out. Raji obviously is a Newcastle fan. He's also one of our regulars, actually. So we're happy to have you again, Raji.
Like I told Ayo, I don't enjoy this regular. Why do I have to play the story of Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea? Newcastle is a team that stands on its own. So you can call me when Newcastle beats Leeds too. You don't have to call me when Newcastle versus Liverpool. Call me at other times too. You don't have to call me every single time there's a traumatic event and you want Newcastle fans to come and suffer. It's fine.
Actually,
We'll manage.
It's not really about the traumatic. We're looking forward to the Carabao Cup second leg semi-final. So that's why we called you, not really because we want to mock or banter. No, we're not like that. We're good people.
That's fine. I've been seeing the chat messages. I've turned it off. No, it's fine. we can all claim to be what we want to be. I understand. All right.
Oh no, not at all. Okay, some housekeeping before we dive into it. So you can all reach us and you can watch our YouTube videos. Our YouTube channel is at Footy Fantasy, and Twitter handle is at Footy AD Fantasy. Instagram is at Fantasy Footy, and the team music is from SJ Music. That's the fantastic music that played us into the show. All right, we're going to dive into it. I'm going to take comments straight away because I can see some Man United fans already getting carried away. And this is what happens. This is how they started with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. This is how they started with the Ten Hag. This is how they always start. Let me read the comments. I'll put it on the screen. Look at them. They just won 3 matches in a row. And this is how they are behaving. What about teams that won 10 matches in a row? See this guy saying, is it too late for UEFA to give United a wild card to create Champions League for this year? Just asking. United fans, calm down. What do you want to go and do in Champions League? Is it not to go and get eliminated after the first round? Please calm down. SJ Music. He said Newcastle man show today. No, to be fair, SJ, thank you, Soji. Raji is a stand-up guy. He never hides. He fronts up. So, top marks to Raji because he shows up whenever we want him to show up. So, he's not one of those that will go and bury. We know those fans. We know those fans that run away. We know them. The ones that run away when the heat is on. They will not show their face, but Raji is not one of those. So, to be fair. Let's read the next comments there. So, you guys like gaslighting United fans. This gaslighting. Who's gaslighting who? Okay. Top marks. Yeah, to Raji on like the Emirate boys. Yeah, it's not just the Emirate boys. I know some other fans from Chelsea. Some Chelsea fans that I know that used to be very regular. They just disappeared early in the season until then they now show up when things are good. We know them. Anyway, let's not get distracted too much. We are going to start with the Newcastle Liverpool match review. Obviously, it's we know the score. It ended 4-1. For me, as a Liverpool fan, yeah, it was fun. but it was expected because they've not beaten Liverpool for 19 years in the league. They've not. So it's nothing new. What I was surprised about, and I'll get Raj's view on this, was the starting lineup. I was a bit surprised that he went without Wissa and Voltemada. I thought maybe one of those guys would start, so I'll get Raj's view on that. But from Liverpool perspective, the coach Slot got things right, so to speak, because he has been playing Vert behind Ekitike now for the past 3 games. Because previously he was playing Vert off the left, because I don't know, for some reason he's scared that if he plays Vert in his number 10 role, will be too exposed, which we probably would have been, because Newcastle actually battered us for the first 25 minutes. They owned the midfield. Newcastle owned the midfield, created chances, and I don't know, when we got the equalizer, we got momentum and came back to it. So Slot deserves credit for that. He put Vert in his proper position, which he has not been doing a lot this season. He has been playing up the left. Sometimes you give him free roll, tell him to go on the right, go on. Like, just let the guy play number 10. Play him as number 10. Don't complicate. I don't know. Some coaches just like to complicate things. Just do the simple thing. Play him as a number 10. And he played him as number 10, and they gave him man of the match. He was given man of the match yesterday by Sky. So that helped. On a sentimental note, it was good that Konate also scored, because his dad passed away recently. So that was it was good that he scored. But overall, I think Newcastle, I want to say the scoreline flattered Liverpool a bit. I'm going to be honest. I don't think it was a 4-1 scoreline. I don't think it was, but I think Liverpool deserved the 3 points. But Raji, I'll come to you. Were you surprised about the first thing I want to ask is, because I always want to ask, what were you thinking before the match? Were you surprised about this the lineup, or did you see what he was trying to do? I just didn't understand why he had 2 strikers on the bench.
I know what he was trying to do. I think he was trying to have Gordon run off the back line and create space, which Gordon was doing from the beginning of the game. And I think if you had seen the way the game started, I think he was just trying to get some speed to push the back line back. And I think that at the very beginning of the game, things were playing out as expected, and the goal we scored was as a result of it. But I also don't think that it was a good look, because to sacrifice £120 million on the bench when you have a winger who can also interchange with a striker. Wissa would have been just as fast on that particular aspect of it, compared to Gordon. And we've played Liverpool several times, and Gordon has always proved to be very tricky, irrespective of which position he's playing.
Yes.
But this week has been a week of surprises from Eddie Howe. 3-4-3 against PSG, which was a new formation we've never used before, but we played very well. I was hoping that we would play 3-4-3 again, but somehow, let me tell you what I think about the game. Honestly, we haven't beaten Liverpool in 10 years, irrespective of how well we play. There was a game that we were leading 3-1 and we ended up losing 4-3. That you guys scored 2 goals in the 90th and 92nd minute and beat us. The first game of the season or whatever, when we came in and this young kid just comes in and shoots the ball and it goes in.
Oh, okay. That's this season. I thought you were talking about last season when we're playing 10 against 11. And
exactly.
Scored 2 goals in injury time.
So there are some teams that are boogie teams for teams like Newcastle, like Arsenal and Stoke, that is a mental game, right? It's like, how do we deal with it? And I honestly don't know. I before the game started, I'd already written it off. When we scored, I had small hope, but then it always happens with Liverpool. So that game was a wash anyway. The truth about this whole season is that Newcastle has always found it difficult when they take the lead. Every single game, when we take the first position, when we score the first goal, Newcastle has a mentality problem where all of a sudden we start to get fragile. And we just break down. And you know, they've asked Eddie Howe about this several times throughout the season. He's initially started talking about how we need to gain mentality. Now he's talking about how we should stop talking about it because it doesn't help anything. I don't know. Newcastle is in a weird place. I think that the wholesale changes that happened at the beginning of this season, and you know, I don't care about Isak anymore. I've stopped talking about him.
I believe you. I believe you. I believe
The wholesale changes that happened at the beginning of the season, and then you now add the injury to Wissa, forced Newcastle to rethink how we play. And honestly, we also didn't have the strongest midfield. Bruno was out.
Yeah.
And he has been injured.
Joe Linton was out too.
Joe Linton was out too. So we, even if we had those two players in, we would have probably still lost. What's the difference between losing 4-1 and losing 4-3 if they score in the 94th minute with Bruno? And it's all good. This is it.
What I was thinking, well, apart from trolling, what I was thinking when I saw this the starting lineup, I was thinking, okay, you guys have a semi-final against Man City. I was not thinking maybe he's still. I know it's 2 goals down. Maybe he's still thinking there might be some hope. So I was thinking maybe he's saving their legs for that. Because I was just surprised that why would you? I know Gordon gives us problems all the time. You're correct about that. On the left, maybe last season, like the season before, he's just got sent off. But before he got sent off, he was terrorizing our defense. Terrorizing our defense. So I got sent off. So I was not thinking maybe is he saving those guys for the semi-final? Because I just couldn't figure it out. Why would you have 2 strikers on the? Because Liverpool's defense is not great. We had a midfielder playing at right back, and Konate just came back. Konate had not played for a couple of weeks, so it's not like he has not been training. He just trained maybe once before the match. Then we have what's his name? We have Endo, who is our center midfielder, is our defender. So our defense is not really great. So we're thinking, I knew we would concede because Liverpool are going to concede anyway. But I was just surprised that I thought Newcastle would come with a bit more, I don't know, like you said, maybe it's just the fragile mentality on the road. I know Newcastle have struggled on the road this season, away games. So maybe it's just the mentality. But
I mean, we can't write off that this is a gamesmanship for the next game too. So Eddie Howe could have also written this game off. He didn't seem particularly forced about losing the game.
Yeah. I was surprised.
He didn't seem to care. And if you look at the way we planned for the game before the Carabao Cup finals last year, we played, I don't remember, it was West Ham we played and we won 1-0. In that game, he used entirely different tactics from what we used in the finals, which surprised Liverpool for most of that game. So we tried to win the game in the first half, and I think we scored both goals in the first half, and then we tried to hold on in the second half. When Liverpool kind of got wind of how we played, and then you guys scored towards the end. But there's a possibility that he's holding the 2 strikers for the next game. But Newcastle versus Liverpool, it doesn't change our season. We always lose this game. So let's move on from that.
I like your brutal honesty. I can't even troll because it happens all the time. So why would I even want to rub it in? Because it happens all the time. Like, I mean, seriously. I
think the thing I'm wondering is, I've seen Liverpool fans talk about why now that they have Isak, that they would win the game or something like that. And I was like, even when we had Isak, we still lost those games. So Isak would not have saved us. You guys should have found the final.
You won the League Cup final,
but we didn't play at Anfield.
Oh,
we played at Wembley.
That's true.
So if you want to give us a kryptonite, just put that finals at Anfield and see how Newcastle crumble. Even against Division 2 teams, as long as it's at Anfield and they have Liverpool fans singing, we're not. You don't walk alone.
Kryptonite.
Newcastle will just crumble.
There's so many. They were saying that. I mean, the fixtures, the average of the goals in that fixture is like 3.79 goals per. It's averaging 3.79 goals. I mean, this season, both games, 10 goals, 3-2 at Newcastle and then 4-1. that goals always flow in this game. So we're not really surprised anyway. But anyway, it was, for me, at the end of the day, it was inconsequential because everything stayed the same way. For me, I'm looking upwards towards top four, and Man United won. Man United won, Chelsea won. So at the end of the day, I can't be happy. Like, but it made no difference. It made no difference because the other teams that were chasing also won. So
Yeah.
Today just killed all kind of joy that I was having about that match.
But the crazy thing is, despite this, the table is still tight.
Yeah.
The table is still tight. And who knows? Liverpool could lose next week to Sunderland or something. And
no, we have City. We have City next. It's City.
Okay. So I mean, draw and Newcastle win the next game. All of a sudden, we've moved up a little. I don't know. People are talking about this season. I don't know what is going to end up happening. But I can tell you that
going to win the league. Or that you say you don't know what's going to happen. We know what's going to happen, man. Arsenal going to win the league.
Yes, for sure. For sure. Let's leave Arsenal to enjoy the trophies.
Oh yeah, OV. It's your time to come in.
Come in, please. Ovi, come and talk to us about pre-closure of the forum.
I know this is not on the topics. This is not in the topics because we were supposed to just preview Arsenal, Chelsea, Carabao Cup. But I mean, what were your thoughts? Your North London brothers did a fantastic favor for you guys today. What were your thoughts about the City Spurs game?
I mean, I think it just reemphasized and consolidated belief that this is our year. So I know the last few weeks have been rough on Arsenal. The rivals have been waiting for a little wobble, and they went in hard. But the good thing was, even with the wobble, the other teams around us were wobbling even more.
Even worse, yes.
So at the end of the day, we're still in a good place.
Yeah.
The team is strong. The rallying cry from the manager was good after the United game, and I think it helped to steady the ship and bring everybody to focus and unite into what we're trying to do. And his message was clear. We have 4 months to go. It's too early to be panicking. You have to enjoy it. No matter what it is, you got to enjoy the moment. It's not every time you are in January and you still have chance to win 3-4 trophies. So enjoy it. Win or lose, enjoy it. Take that. Don't take it for granted, and just play with freedom and play well. I think if we do that, we will win the league. We are the best. This is the first time in a long time I can clearly say we are the best team in the league.
Yeah.
So
I remember the last time I hosted the podcast, there was a United fan here, and he was adamant that, Arsenal are just wobbling, they are struggling to score. Both of us, you were on the podcast. But the thing is, what he was saying, it bore out, but also what we were saying also bore out, because we're like, Arsenal are missing strikers. They're missing forwards. So he kept saying, Arsenal are not beating anybody 4-0. They're not beating anybody 3-0. I was like, come on, that's not the barometer of being champions. So you have to win some games 1-0. You have to win some games 2-1.
And if you notice, for Arsenal, before this last game against Leeds, they said they had kept 5 clean sheets in 20 games.
Wow.
And before that, they had cleared 13 clean sheets in 16 games.
So
the second part coincided with injuries to the defenders. And so instead mixing and matching. But the beginning of the season, where we had the same defense playing every match, we're just knocking out clean sheet after clean sheet.
Yeah.
So it's the same to that period I was talking about, November, December, that we're not scoring goals. We're scoring a lot of own goals, 1-0s, 2-1s, corners. And I remember I was on a call and on the podcast and I said, the difference is compared to other seasons, we're not winning those games. This time we're winning the games. So I was like, that kind of made me feel a little better, because in the past we would have the same wobble months and we're losing all those games. So this time they were at least winning the games. They were not playing well. Wolves, there were a lot of games, but they were still able to churn up win after win after win. So
that's why I backed you up that day, because I know the United fan was just trying to dampen expectations. It was like Arsenal are going to fall off because they are not winning games 1-0. I was like, But okay, eventually their strikers will come back and they'll start winning. And yes, you won 4-0 yesterday because you have all your forwards are fit now. That's what happens. Injuries play a part. I know it's not an excuse, but it's a factor sometimes where, especially if you have one position that all the injuries are in, sometimes it just messes up the balance of everything. So I think that's not going to win the league. Yeah.
Hot take. I know you're a Liverpool fan. I'll take away nothing from Liverpool. I honestly believe Arsenal had the best team last season. The injuries were just too bad for us to see it.
Maybe best squad. I know.
Yeah, let's just team. I mean the whole squad. I'm not talking of just the first level. I'm talking of the squad. Like you cannot lose Saka, Havertz, Gabriel.
I might dispute best squad. I think this season you have the best squad. Last season, let me tell you why I dispute it. Last season, this is why when I'm giving my donkey, I'm giving you a sneak preview of my donkey of the week. Yeah. When I give my donkey, don't be surprised. Liverpool, we spent a lot of money, but we sold we sold key squad players this season. So last season, our squad was actually good. So maybe it might be like, okay, debatable that, okay, Arsenal had the better squad. But our squad was deep. We had 6 forwards last season. We had Darwin Núñez. Even though people were always trolling him, that guy was contributing majorly for us.
Yes.
He was not scoring many goals, but he was contributing. Diaz, we had Luis Diaz, we had Jota. Those 3 are not in the squad any longer. And then we bought Isak, okay, but we still needed 2 more forwards.
What about Ekitike and Wirtz?
Yeah, but Wirtz is not a striker. Wirtz should replace Harvey Elliott. We had Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott was playing like a 10. So now Wirtz is like upgrade on Harvey Elliott, but we sold Elliott. Unlike Arsenal, you kept many of your key squad players. Even Gabriel Jesus and Albert were injured. You didn't kick them out. You kept them until they were fit, and now they're contributing. We pushed out all the injury-prone players. We pushed out. So let me not digress anyway. Anyway, let's not digress too much.
I'm gonna say my own perspective on this Arsenal situation.
Okay.
And I don't necessarily want. I would advise Arsenal fans not to roll out the red carpet just yet.
Oh, is that so?
I don't think that leading now, February 1st, is an indication that you're going to win the league. What are you leading by? 9 points? 6 points?
6.
Just 6. Newcastle was leading by 12 points in February 1st in the 1995-96 season.
That's a long time ago.
And they came out and they came second. In the 2002-2003 season, Arsenal was first in February. What did they end up? They ended up second. Who were the champions? Manchester United. 2008-2009 season, Liverpool was number 1. Where did they end up? Second. Manchester United. 2013-2014, Arsenal was first on February 1st. Where did they end up? 4th. Manchester City won.
Seriously?
Manchester United 2011-2012, they were first on February 1st. And where did they end up? Second. They lost to Manchester. They lost the title to Manchester City. This season is not done yet. And I think Arsenal fans who are going around saying they've won this are setting a trap for themselves.
I don't think
for the end of the season.
Yeah,
I've not heard an Arsenal fan. It's the rival fans. It's we. Arsenal fans are saying they've won it.
Okay, I'm saying.
If they don't
so fair
enough. The job ever. I'm not saying it. No Arsenal fan I know is saying we've won the league. We are all scared. We are all making.
They're all scared. Not just scared. They are scared.
Exactly. So the funny thing is the pressure is coming from outside. Whenever we win, they have the best squad. They have no excuse not to lose this season. Whenever they're bottling it again, it's all from outside, right?
Yeah.
I came on this podcast pre-season, and we're doing forecast for the season. Everybody on the show and in the comments said Liverpool was going to win the league. And I said, I take Arsenal, not because I truly believe it, but because I had seen Real Madrid win everything, add the best player Mbappe, and not win anything. And I said, so all the players Liverpool were buying, because number 1, they were replacing players, and number 2, it's not that straightforward sometimes.
Yeah,
I felt that they could not just keep coming second. And that was the reason why I was going for Arsenal to win the league. Not because I actually believed it, but because I just felt you just can't keep coming second. So what I'm saying is, Arsenal fans, the reasonable fan, nobody is saying we've won the league. We're watching all the matches, we're panicking. And that's why Adela came out and said everybody needs to calm down.
I
It's very
think I think
relaxed
that
and
you're a reasonable Arsenal fan, but I think that there are Arsenal fans who are also out there who are already asking for the trophy.
yeah,
So
yeah.
just you you may be reasonable, but there are also Arsenal fans who think that the Arsenal team from 2001, 2002 was better than Barcelona's best 11. So
No,
there are different
That
levels.
one
There are
our opinion
delusional
is.
fans.
Opinion is.
I,
Okay, let's round up
Let's
this
move
part.
on.
I
Okay.
want to just say something real quick. I was watching Talksport the other day.
Talk sports.
Talksport, whatever they call themselves. A Liverpool fan called in and said, "This is going to be the worst champions ever if Arsenal win the league."
Yeah, that's what they told us last season too.
Listen, that they play the worst football. They only play corner kicks and own goals. So they said, "Well, you can't listen. If you win the league, you win. You're the best team that year." So they now asked the guy, "So you think this Arsenal team is worse than Liverpool team of last season?" The guy said, "Yes, for sure." So they now asked the guy, "If Aston Villa or Man City come back and win this league, will you think that Liverpool's season was worse than their own or better than their own?" The guy said, "No, Liverpool's season was still better than their own." So the guys are like, "That doesn't make any sense."
Ovi, number
Yeah.
number one problem, number one issue. You are listening to Talk Sports.
No,
Talk
he
Sport is
just
not
came on my
Baro.
feed.
Talk Sport is Twitter of
I know,
radio.
but what I'm saying is people are
Don't listen to
biased.
people. Yeah, you
My
cannot
own-
use
Yeah.
opinions.
my
But
point
you
is
two,
not biased.
okay,
And
people are biased, but you know, last season, many Arsenal fans were discrediting Liverpool too. They were saying, "Oh, this Liverpool team is the worst champion." Yeah, there were many of your fans saying that. Oh, that we're lucky. Liverpool are lucky to win the league. Many of your fans did it too. So don't
the
take
thing
that
about
into heart.
fandom is that people always say, I mean, because it's the spectrum, right? The emptiest vessels make the loudest noise, right? The ones
Of
at the
course.
end
Yeah.
are the ones that are Twitter ready or meme ready or whatever it is. So I get that, but I'm just trying to say, what I was trying to point out was that you can say Arsenal winning the season might not be very exciting. But Aston Villa or Man City come back and win this league. There's no way you cannot say that's another exciting league. For them to come back and win it, they must have done something they've not shown all season. They must
Anyway,
have.
I want to give credit to Raji. Raji, thanks for bringing those stats because actually I didn't know some of those things happened, but I didn't know like Arsenal fell from first to fourth in one season. Wow. Jeez. Yeah, he said the season. It was this season
2013, 2014.
They were first in February and finished fourth. Wow, we live in hope.
They lost 6-0. They lost 6-0 to Chelsea and 5-1 to Liverpool that season.
Yes. Liverpool beat them 5-1. I remember. Okay, let's round up this part. I'll just take comments. Ayo says kudos to the gents in the house. Thanks, Ayo, for joining us. Ogakwame says, "Oh, I think I missed the comment from Ogakwame. There was a comment before that.
You said how long is there's one that says how long is Bruno G out for from Ayo?
Yeah. Okay. So can you answer that quickly?
I think that he was. I think they're just not risking him. I think they're looking at the Manchester City game as the game to bring him back in. So probably out for back on Wednesday.
Okay.
And then Ogakwame said, "Man like Raji, good to see you, Bray. Looking like a pounded yam, Joelinton." Okay.
Ogakwame, please calm down. Calm down, Ogakwame.
All right, you're caught up.
Yeah, okay. Well, it says I'm in the wait and see group chats when April or May rolls around. I go there with Arsenal fans. Yeah, I think Ogakwame is really balling now. I mean, I just want his thoughts about Florian Wirtz because he has been talking smack about this Florian Wirtz. Now he has 9 goal contributions in the last 10 games. We don't hear from Ogakwame about Florian Wirtz again. Please enlighten us.
Manchester United fans are just enjoying just like a manager bump. That's all it is.
Kesa now, thank you, Dio. Dio is a Bayern Munich fan. He said Arsenal won the league this weekend. So that's a Bayern Munich fan. So it's not an Arsenal fan. That's another Bayern Munich fan. He said the chasing pack are not serious. City have won only 1 in the last 6 games. That's true. Yeah. Villa don't have the depth. That's true. And Ireland hasn't scored from open play in 7. So where's Carragher? Well, I don't understand where's Carragher. What does Carragher have to do with Ireland? Please explain yourself. We know Carragher talks a lot of nonsense. I don't even defend him.
Mm.
As a Liverpool fan, I don't respect anything Carragher says. So I don't know what he's talking about when he says Carragher about that. But what I know is, yeah, it's true. City are not in good form and they're coming to Liverpool next. They don't have a good record at Anfield. They've won only once there in the past maybe 10 years since Pep was there. And that time they won was during COVID season when there were no fans. So they've not won at Anfield when they are fans. So let's see if they can do it next week. I think Arsenal have wrapped it up. I'm just saying that because I believe, like Dayo said, the other teams are not serious. They're not serious. Arsenal will drop points, but the other guys will drop more points. That's just the way it is.
The season doesn't start till March.
Okay, I believe you. I believe it's true.
Nottingham Forest was in the top 4 for all season until March. And when did they drop? When did they end up? It wasn't 5th, 6th. They ended up in 6th. Let's not.
I know you brought some examples. Yeah, the examples you brought, but that's out of 30 years. Premier League has existed for 1996, 1992, 93. So out of 34 years, you brought like maybe 8 examples. So it's true. Sometimes, they fall off. But I just think Arsenal have the best squad now. You can see they had injuries and they could cope. Unlike before, they will have injuries and that's it. They're finished. Now,
what if they have? What if they have more injuries?
But what if they don't? You cannot just look at their.
I'm saying I don't think it's as clear as that, but what?
We'll see.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, that's the fun of football. We'll see. That's Oga Kwame said is in wait and see. So Oga Kwame is right. He said, but that's wrong. He said the Arsenal fans saying, "Give us the trophy." I've not seen those. He said, now maybe some of them are trolling, but I've seen them say it. Okay, fair enough. I have not seen Arsenal fans say, "Give us the trophy." Maybe not in our own Facebook group. Maybe outside somewhere else. I don't know. I've not seen them, but fair enough if you have seen them. Oga Kwame says about words. I hate my words. Man is balling out. Well, you hate a lot of words, Oga Kwame. You did this about Firmino. You did this for Firmino. You did this for many of the Liverpool players that you write off and they become good. You did it for many of them. So you eat a lot of words, Oga Kwame. So it's nothing unusual, sir. It's nothing unusual. Okay, we go to the next topic. Champions League playoff draw. United fans, you can exit the chat now. We're about to talk about Champions League. And all the guys here, we're all in the Champions League. So United fans, please exit the chat. Thank you very much. Thank you. Are you going? Are you gone? Thank you. Okay, let's talk. Champions League draws, playoff draws. This one, we'll just run through it. What do you think is going through? I'll read out the fixtures. We don't have to talk too much on it, so we can move to the next topic. Okay, so they did the draw on Friday. Was it on Friday? Yes, they did the draw very recently.
On Friday.
Yeah, it was on Friday. So the first thing that came out, which I was unhappy about, I like this new format, but I was unhappy that straight away Benfica got Real Madrid again. I mean, they just played, and now they're getting them again in 2 legs as a playoff. Raji, who do you think is going through, Benfica or Real Madrid?
I think it's going to be Real Madrid. Over 2 matches, it's Real Madrid.
Ovi, do you agree with that?
I fully agree.
Yeah, it's 2 matches this time. It's not just a one-off. Bodo Glimt versus Inter Milan. Ovi, who do you think is going through, Bodo Glimt or Inter Milan?
Bodo Glimt have had a good first group stages, but I think Inter Milan will go through.
Inter Milan should go through. Sorry, I have to take this comment. Oga Kwame says, okay, I'm out. Bye. Because I said United fans can exit the chat now. Oga Kwame is a comedian, man. Thanks for joining us, Oga Kwame. See you later. He's even put waving emoji there. Bye-bye. Okay. And I'm Raji, Bodo Glimt or Inter Milan?
I would, I don't know. Technically, I would say that Inter Milan is going to win. But I'm not going to write off Bodo Glimt too. But let's just go. Let's play the game. Inter Milan is going to win.
Yeah, I would love for that to be an upset. But I think Inter Milan, they have recent pedigree. They've made 2 finals in 3 years. They're a very solid team. Even though they got smashed by the English teams. I think Liverpool won there. Arsenal also won there in San Siro. So this Inter Milan team, you guys are right. This Inter Milan team, it's not like they're really exactly top level. Bodo Glimt might have a chance. Hopefully. We need an upset, Monaco versus PSG. All French.
I think that it's very interesting that this new format allows French teams to play against each other in the playoff round. I'll go with PSG just because of the league.
Mm.
Yeah, PSG for that one.
Ovi, PSG, Monaco, PSG.
I mean, yeah, last season they played Brest in this knockout in this stage, and they gave I think went almost 10.
Are we
10.
using dirty words now? Are we using dirty words now?
So any French team against PSG, you can as well just forget it. PSG.
But funny enough, I don't think PSG are top of League One at the moment. I don't think.
I think they're fourth or something.
Yeah,
Over,
they're not.
yeah,
Yeah.
over 2 legs. I don't think.
Yeah, over 2 legs. Yeah, over 2 legs. Yeah, they probably will win. But I mean, their domestic form is not great. This is. I mean,
They're top of the league actually.
Back,
oh, they're not top.
they're
Yeah.
back on top now.
Okay, I know going into 2 weeks ago, they were not top.
Yeah.
Or last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago. So they must have gone top recently.
And Monaco is 10th in the league right now.
Oh, they're going to smash Monaco. This might be like another Brest one. Like 10-1. They just beat them.
Today is Sunday, please. Let's
It's
stop
the name of
talking
the
about
football team
Brest.
now. Come on, please, sir.
It's called Bre.
Oh, Bre. Oh, Bre. Oh, sorry. Thanks for the correction.
Bre.
Okay, we come to one that will be of big interest to you. Carabao versus Newcastle. I mean, you guys got a fantastic draw.
I don't know if it's fun. I'll tell you this. This is the first time we've qualified for the Champions League a number of times, right? And this is the first time we've ever gone out of the group stages.
No?
Yeah,
You've made knockout stage before, I think.
We've never made knockout stage.
Wow.
So there's a big congratulations with Eddie Howe on this one.
Fair play.
I think that we are probably going to beat Brest. Sorry, see what you've done.
See your life. See your life, Mr. Incorruptible.
We're going to beat Carabao.
See your life.
We're going to beat them. Most likely. So I mean, if I had a guess, I think that's where we are going to do. We're going to beat them.
Okay, what do you think, Ovi? You think you have an upset here?
I think Newcastle will win. If there's any downside to this match, because of the travel, I think their form will be affected in the league, not in the. They will actually win the game, but I think they might affect their league form a little bit.
But the thing about it is, the second game is at home. So
okay, that's good.
The first game is away, so there's a possibility they could even leave 2 days early, just to get there and play the game there.
Okay.
And 100%, they're probably going to fly out immediately after.
They have to, yeah.
Because I read some quotes from Eddie Howe. He was actually talking about the distance. He was like, "Oh, Azerbaijan is quite far. Ideally, they would have wanted somebody else, but they're happy with this draw. But but it's quite far. I mean, it's even when they came to Anfield, that was the furthest an opponent has traveled to come to Anfield. I mean, it's so far. That place is so far. But I think Newcastle will go through. Okay, let's see. Galatasaray versus Juventus. This might be a tough one. Ovi, who do you think is going to Galatasaray or Juventus?
My faith in the Italian league has dropped off. I'll go with Galatasaray.
I literally was thinking the same thing. Galatasaray for me.
I don't know. Italian football seems, for some reason, they get battered a lot now, to be honest. And Galatasaray are very strong at home. They beat Liverpool there this season. They're very strong.
I think the importance of an excellent world-class striker cannot be lost on. I don't think Juventus has that.
They want to buy Morata again. They want to buy Morata again for the short time. Yes, I saw the
but Morata is also, it's not like as if he's like a top-notch striker.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm backing up your point that their world-class strikers are not many. That's why they're going back to Morata again to go and get for the third time. That's crazy. Yeah, but I think Galatasaray have a chance to knock them out. Club Brugge versus Atletico. Interesting. Raji, Club Brugge or Atletico?
I don't know. I mean, I think I'll go with Club Brugge. They did some interesting things at the final day. And they are unpredictable in a sense. Well, I'll just play the up. No, Atletico Madrid will beat them.
Atletico will beat them. Okay.
Atletico Madrid will beat them. I'm trying to find upsets, but I can't see how Atletico Madrid is not going to beat them.
Well, I want them. I want Liverpool to win because the winner of this tie most likely will play Liverpool, most likely. And I'm sick of Atletico, even though it's not like it's likely that we might beat Atletico, but they make it so difficult. Like they're the king of dark hearts. Like you play that game and you cannot come out of that game without stressing yourself. You get kicked, you get punched. No, I can't be dealing with them. Please let them go out.
The interesting thing is that the last game they went and beat Marseille 3-0.
Yeah,
and it's like yeah. So they're a very weird team to like gauge. They lost to Newcastle at home 4-0, and then they beat Marseille 3-0. Marseille beat Newcastle 2-1 when we went to Marseille. So it's very, very weird. It's a very weird club. They play on
Liverpool beat Marseille. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I can't really say, but over 2 legs, I think that Atletico Madrid will have the upper leg.
Yeah, I think they'll sneak through. Well, Diego Simeone is good at this kind of knockout games. Well, Ovi, do you think Atletico are going through?
Yeah, I think so. I like Liverpool, they play well, but I think Atletico will just have a little bit too much for them.
Too much for them, yeah. Borussia Dortmund versus Atlanta. Oh, this is what they call hipster heaven. Hipster heaven. This is what the hipster love. The hipsters love this kind of game. Borussia Dortmund versus Atlanta. Ovi, who do you think is going through? This one will be interesting.
I've always liked Borussia, so I'll just go. This is one of the matches where I'll say this is a 50-50 match. So I'll go with Dortmund though.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Looking at their result, I think I'll go with Dortmund too. I will go with Dortmund too. I mean, Atlanta has not been playing very well of late.
Yeah, they're not doing well.
They're not doing so well.
It's just because of Lookman. I didn't want Lookman is there, so I just want him to ball. I want him to do well.
That's what I saw now.
Is what?
He's leaving to Atletico.
Oh, it's gone. Is it going or is about?
It's going maybe today or tomorrow, whatever. It's like
wow.
January, yeah.
Well, I'm not so surprised. He has had issues there at club. So.
But Atlanta beat Chelsea.
Yeah.
They beat Chelsea, yeah.
Chelsea had off days, and I think their new manager has steadied their ship a bit. But
we're coming to that. We're going to preview the Carabao semi-final. So the final fixture now, so we'll come to the Carabao semi-final. Olympiacos versus Bayer Leverkusen. That's another interesting one.
I'll probably go with Bayer Leverkusen.
Okay. Ovi?
Most Arsenal fans will know rule of thumb. If there's an opportunity to play Olympiacos, Arsenal will get Olympiacos. So we play them almost every time. I would like to play them again because I think we'll beat them again. So I think Leverkusen is probably a stronger team, but I just think Olympiacos. We need a few upsets. I'll say Olympiacos.
Yeah, honestly, we do need a few upsets, and I'm not sure Leverkusen when they sacked Ten Hag, I'm not sure if they improved afterwards. So we'll see how they get on. But yeah, I would love Olympiacos to go through for upset reasons.
The interesting thing is that they only got separated by 1 point in the group stages. Olympiacos was 11 points and Leverkusen was 12. And I think that it's going to be a tricky game. But I think Leverkusen has just that edge.
Just that edge, yeah. Because they've been playing well. It's just I mean, for us, Liverpool have a player there. We have a defender there. So I like to see him do good. Jarrell Konsa. So I want him to do well, but if Olympiacos go through, I won't be angry if Olympiacos go through. There's a comment here. This is an opinion. We don't need a rejoinder to this. We don't need it's just somebody. Thank you, Kichuku, for joining us. He says, let's be honest, Arsenal play horrible football. I'm not going to say let's be honest. That's your opinion. You're speaking your truth. We are also allowed to speak our truth. In my own opinion, Arsenal don't play horrible football. They might not play the best, most attractive football, but I don't think they play horrible football.
I don't even know what they mean by horrible football. Is it because They all say
It's
this
because of the
nice
set pieces. I don't know why people are so hung up about the set
like as
pieces.
if
Set pieces are part of football.
like
I don't understand.
exactly. Well, what is the point here they're trying to make here?
Set pieces.
Everybody should be able to defend set pieces. Everybody should.
They act like Arsenal buy corners before the game starts. Like we pay the APL, give us 10 corners every match or something.
If set pieces are what allowed Stoke to stay in the Premiership for so long, then why wouldn't it be something that you should practice on your team? Why don't you get better at set pieces?
I don't know, please, man. I'm not hung up about it at all. I just know why people are talking about it. It's part of football. I would love Liverpool to be scoring 3 set pieces per match. I mean, I'll be signing up for it if Liverpool is scoring 3. Let people be angry. What? It's part of football.
Who does Okechukwu is a Kuma? Chukwu is a Zukam.
It's his opinion now. We cannot call him out for it. That's what it feels.
Which team does he support?
I don't know.
Is he a West Ham fan?
Okay, Chukwu, you can tell us later who you are supporting. But we welcome your opinion. We are not disputing your opinion. Please, all opinions are welcome.
I dispute his opinion. My opinion is that his opinion is disputed.
Okay, let's move on. Arsenal, Chelsea. This one is going to be bloody because I think Chelsea, like Ovi pointed out, I'm coming to you straight. Seems the new coach has steadied the ship a bit. They're picking up wins. What do you see happening in the second leg? First leg ended 3-2 in favor of Chelsea, Arsenal at Stamford Bridge. What do you think is going to happen second leg? Do you think Chelsea can overturn it?
I mean, they can. They're a good team. They're playing well. They showed that they rested some players against West Ham. They brought them on beginning of second half, and they were able to come back and win the game from 2 goals. So they're a good team. They have good players. I still hope and believe Arsenal will win and go through. My only regret from the first leg was that the 3-2 game should have been a 4-1 game. So we were much better. We just had sloppy moments, and it came to 3-2 is still anybody's game. If it was 4-1, we can even start to maybe rest a few players. But this game, we have to take it like it's 0-0 pretty much and go and try to win at home. The fact that Wenger never won the Carabao, never won this cup, shows how long we've not won. I think it's like 30 years now or something. Wow. So I want us to really win this year. It doesn't mean it's the most important cup or anything. I just feel like for a team like us that have a squad that has not really won players as Arsenal, one trophy that are Arsenal players, it will be a good boost. Especially more likely, we're probably going to play Man City in the final, most likely. Yeah. So I feel like this can be a stepping stone for us now, for the young squad who have not won trophies together, to kind of help them stabilize them and steady them for the final push from March onwards. So I think we are slightly the better squad, better team, but it's a cup match. Anything can happen. So we have to take it like full 100%. That's the only way I see. And then hopefully we can take a good lead and kind of calm things down. But yeah, good match.
It's a derby. Like you said, anything can happen. Chelsea, they're dangerous. I think Arsenal probably will shade it, but I think Chelsea are just a dangerous team. They're difficult to. You can't say, oh, they're beaten, because you might be leading 1-0, but they have enough weapons to hurt you. That Chelsea team, it's not, their defense is not great. It's not like they have the best defense or anything, but they have weapons. They have players that can hurt you. You see what they did to City at the Emirates, at Etihad, the 1-1 match. They grew into the match, and eventually they snatched the draw. And that Chelsea team is just a dangerous team. So that's why I'm really interested in watching the second leg. I think Arsenal will go through, but I'm interested. Well, but Raji, who do you think is going through?
I think it's going to be Chelsea. 3-2 is too small of a margin to really worry. Basically, if you score 1 goal, you are backing.
And there's no away goals. There's no away
goals. Yeah. I also think that what do you call it? There's an opportunity here to showcase some of the dangers that you talked about, Ola. Chelsea was losing 2-0 to Newcastle in a game that seemingly was lost to them.
Yeah, I watched that match.
Changed the whole game.
Battered them.
Yeah, and they came back 2-2. So this Chelsea team is a dangerous team.
Mm.
They're inconsistent, but that inconsistency can just be one half, and then all of a sudden they are playing off the rockers. Look at what they did to West Ham yesterday.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So I'm not writing them off. I also think we should talk about this Newcastle versus Manchester City game. It seems like everybody is assuming that Newcastle is going to lose to Manchester. I don't see it that way, man. Manchester City is leading 2-0. Fair. The stakes are very high, and there's a possibility that is an 85% possibility that Manchester City is going to be. In fact, I will even put it at 92% possibility that Manchester City is going to beat Newcastle on Wednesday. But what is football without illogical thinking? And I think that there's a possibility that Newcastle can go in there, shut them up very quickly, and win something in the very end. What are the chances? Very slim. But I think that the setup for this game against Liverpool yesterday makes me feel like Eddie Howe is thinking one game ahead. And this Liverpool game was not a game that he had in his plate. Joe Willock and what's his name? Ramsey were midfielders in this game.
Yeah. And Willock got injured, I think. Did he?
Elanga played instead of. I think that there's a possibility that the formation it brings out on Wednesday against Manchester City is going to be closer to a 4-2-3-1 with what do you call it? Wissa playing ahead and Watermatter playing behind, and Gordon and Barnes coming in from the wings than any other game.
Not the other way, Raji. Not Watermatter up front with Wissa.
No.
Why?
Watermatter.
I'm just curious.
Wissa is a striker.
Okay.
Wissa is a striker. He's a striker winger. He plays with speed. He plays with positioning. Okay. Watermatter is a ball controlling person. He drops back into the midfield to get the ball and move it forward. Okay. So it's better for Watermatter to play in that number 10 position. Okay. And also Watermatter is a good passer of the ball. So there's a possibility that he can sniff a pass in and get somebody ahead. Watermatter is open to getting the assist even rather than the goals too. So I think that there's a possibility that we're going to go into that game with a 4-2-3-1, and what he's cooking right now is how we play that, or a 3-5-2. So I don't want to write that game off.
Okay.
I think that there's Eddie Howe is cooking something, and I think that people are gonna look at this game this week and just write us off. I don't think so.
Well, like you said, there's a chance because this City team, like you saw them today, they are fragile. They had a 2-goal lead, they blew it. So it's not like this City team is not like the tightest defense, so it's possible.
I want to say quickly on the Newcastle City game. So there's nothing I want more than Newcastle to win.
Of course. So that you can beat them in the final. That's what you're
saying. There's a reason why Arsenal has not won the Carabao Cup in 30 years.
You guys should wait. Let me learn. Okay. A lot of people don't know this about me. When I started watching Premier League in the mid-90s, as a teenager, the team I liked the most initially was Newcastle. They were leading. That's what I'm talking about. They came out lost by 12 points. I was supporting Newcastle. I was watching now supporting. I was just
anybody but United that time. All of us were anybody but United.
I like Newcastle, Ferdinand, Peacock, Beardsley. I like
sexy football.
Yeah, I like their football. So I like them. So I just did not like them. I mind them coming back. So I could even say I supported. No, I can't say I was a fan, but I supported Newcastle for a few years until I saw Wenger in Arsenal. Yeah, this is my team. So I like Newcastle. Newcastle is not a team that I don't like. I like Newcastle at some point.
It's very unusual for an Arsenal fan to say they like Newcastle because many Arsenal fans hate Newcastle for some reason.
That. So that's where when I started watching the league, I like Newcastle, and I supported them for a few years until I saw Wenger coming in, and Wenger's was just not only because they won the league, but because they brought a lot of black
Fresh
players.
faces.
So yeah,
Kanu,
that's what made me switch to Arsenal. Like, this is my team. So you're talking to someone like me. It's not just because I think I'm going to beat Newcastle. No, that's not the reason. The reason is I like Newcastle, and that's why I mean I still support them every now and then when they don't affect us. So,
fair enough.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's a bombshell. That's a bombshell you just dropped on this podcast, because I'm sure nobody really knew that until you just told us now.
Like I said, so yeah, they used to call me as Sprillas, my nickname when I was in school, high school.
Postino.
I remember that season they were playing so well. They brought him to the league January, added him.
Yeah.
He was playing well, but for some reason adding him affected Newcastle.
Affected
the
chemistry.
Like I said, I support Newcastle, so don't.
Okay.
That's good. That's good. Okay.
We'll always appreciate him for his goals against Barcelona. His hat-trick against Barcelona. Anyway.
Okay, final topic of the day. Kudos and Donkey of the week. I'll come to you first, Raji. Who do you have as your kudos of the week before we go to who do you want to praise?
I mean, let's give the Chelsea coach his props. Yesterday,
Mr. Man Ager, the one who ages people. That man. You want to give him kudos of the week?
I think that Rosenoir started that game making mistakes, misreading West Ham, and he goes into the halftime break and brings in players who come in and assist and score. That basically changed the trajectory of that game. He has to be thinking himself as it was a genius move in retrospect, but you really have to give him his props for recognizing the mistakes he made and correcting them in the first half. It's been a good start for him since he joined Chelsea, and he's beaten Napoli, came from the back to beat Napoli. He came from the back to beat West Ham. He's changing the mentality of Chelsea fans, because I remember yesterday when I was talking to my friend who is a Chelsea fan, he said at the end of the first half he wanted to turn off the TV. He was like, we've lost this game already, but he's changing the mentality. He's making them believe, like, even from the back you can come in. So that
was the first time they came from 2 goals down to win any game.
To win a game, So I will give him that. I'll give him the kudos. Should I go with my donkey?
No, we'll come back to donkey. We'll come back to that. Kudos for you, Ovi. Your kudos of the week.
I mean, there are a lot of good options. You have, like I said, Rosena. You have Benfica goalkeeper.
Oh, you took that one. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm not taking it. I'm just saying a lot of options out there. But I mean, I'll stay true to my team in a difficult year. I already mentioned this. I liked the message from Arteta, not only to the players, not only to the coaches, not only to the fans, but to everybody. Calm down. This is a possibility of this being a fantastic season, but it's only going to be that way if we calm ourselves and work together in tandem. So enjoy the moment. As difficult as that may sound, just you want to be here. And he said this is better than where we were 6 years ago, where losses did not affect us. We're used to them. So now we've lost 3 games this season. And people are saying all kinds of things. 3 games in all competitions we've lost this season. So you'd rather be here so that each loss that you have is painful, but that's because they don't happen so often. You'd rather be there than where we lose 15, 20 games in a season. So there's a possibility for this to be a historic season. The players need to embrace it, need to know it, and they need to be ready for the next 4 months. So that's me. Gets my kudos.
Kudos. Okay. Fair enough. But let me just tell you, many coaches say these words. Many coaches say these things. But it's fine. After I said it, that's fine.
Yeah, you have to leave it and we have to see it. That's all.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. My kudos of the week, you mentioned it briefly, the Benfica goalkeeper. I mean, it's like you write a script and then you just, when you want to hand it to the producer of the movie, they'll say, it's too unrealistic. But I mean, they didn't even know they needed a goal until like that very minute, last minute. Because at that stage, they thought, we need 3-2 is fine. We're just going to even Moreno thought 3-2 was fine. Then they just told him, actually, you need one more goal. And that's when he just told the goalkeeper, go forward. and then he scored. Like,
He scored.
it's just crazy.
If I was asking why you sending me forward, like,
because he was wasting time. The
Yeah.
minute before that, he chested the ball, and was wasting time because he thought 3-2 was fine.
Yeah, he didn't know. So they like go, set piece, go forward. Like, why?
And then the header was so fantastic. Like,
It was fantastic.
Some
Yes.
strikers, we have strikers that have played for Liverpool. Mario Balotelli, useless. He was useless for Liverpool. He can't score that kind of goal when he was with Liverpool. As a fantastic, but just not anything. For me, it was kudos of the week for that because he brought them from 26th to 25th. No, 25th to 24th because they were just there and didn't let that goal to go in to playoffs. And it doesn't happen often. Goalkeeper scoring don't happen often. Okay. Donkey of the week. I'll go with you first, Ovi. Donkey of the week.
My donkey goes to. I don't know if I should say. I guess I would just say Real Madrid players against Benfica. Things are not going your way. You just get a silly second yellow card, get a red card.
Yeah, Rodrigo
gets a second. So they're down to 2 men. They're down to 9 men, 2 red cards in space of a few minutes. And I'm biased, but you eliminate Marseille, where we just sent our young boy to go and experience Champions League. And come on now.
Who's there? Sorry.
Ethan Waneri, we sent him
on loan. Waneri, okay. So Marseille.
The loan Marseille, just like a couple of days ago, we sent him on loan there. So we're like, let him go play in the French league, get experience in Champions League, only for them to come out before we finish even signing the paperwork. So I'm just like, in my opinion, I'm just like the moment Real Madrid. I know that they have. In my opinion, Mbappe is the best player in the world. But you cannot, as a team, they need to understand what's going on, and they seem to have lost that somewhere. And I don't know what it is. They keep talking about they don't feel well, the vibes. We're trying to win football games here. I don't know what they're.
There's too much indiscipline in that squad, and that's why Alonso lost his job. Basically, he was trying to discipline them.
But with them as a unit.
What's his name? Florentino Perez. He prefers to back the players instead of the manager. So
I'm unimpressed with their attitude this season. So that's why they will get my donkey for the.
Okay, Raji, donkey of the week.
I think that it's time for us to start speaking up against all of these freaking racist assholes in the world and what they've done to Alan Saint-Maximin, who was a former Newcastle player, which has led him to quit the Mexican League, Club America, today, where they were sending racist messages to his kids. Ridiculous. And the Mexican League has spoke up against it, but I think that we need to start holding these fans accountable for the nonsense that they are spewing, because we're not living in the old mentality anymore where people can just say all this nonsense. I see on the internet where everybody celebrates like Japanese culture or Chinese culture, people that have unique takes on the world. And we as Africans have a unique take, and for some reason these people always seem to downplay our vision of the world like as if it's smaller than anybody else. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's nonsensical, and I think we need to start calling these people out more and more and not even allowing them to play in this fucking game. So my take is that the Club America fans as a whole should be condemned for the nonsense that they are spewing. And they are my donkey of the week.
Fair play. Thanks for calling that out. That's a serious issue, and any chance we have, we all have a responsibility. Thank you, Raji. All of us who have. Sometimes we just gloss over it, like, it has happened. It's good to talk about it. It's good to talk about it. You're right. It needs calling out. How did you go to his children? Come on, sending messages to his children. That's way too much. So thanks for calling that out. My donkey of the week, I'm going in hard on the Liverpool owners. I've always been doing this. This is not because Liverpool are playing bad. Even when we won the league, I grudgingly gave them credit, but I still call them out for some of the nonsense they did even when we won the league. This season, we came into the league. We said, okay, we need center backs. We bought a center back. We wanted to buy McGay at the last minute because we did stupidity to the maximum. We waited, and Gay did not come. Then we now opened our eyes and let Man City take him in January. Okay, we had one boy, 18-year-old from Italy, as a center back. He got his ACL torn, in October. 3 months ago. We knew we needed another centre back. We came to this window. We still did not buy a centre back. Then yesterday, these stupid people started saying, "Oh, we want to get a centre back now. 1 day to the end of the transfer window." And see what they want. They want to go to Sunderland. They want to get this guy from Sunderland, but this guy is on loan from Leipzig. So they want to tell Sunderland to cancel their loan so that they can send that guy back to Leipzig. So we can now go and collect him from Leipzig. Of course. What's his name? I can't even pronounce his name. One guy from one Dutch guy. I'll call his name out.
But I was seeing the link to Jeremy Jacquet today.
Jacquet, that's not happening. That one is not happening. Now Chelsea are going to take him because this is what happens. They just link him to Liverpool.
They're linking them for the summer, not for now, though.
Yeah, but even in the summer, Chelsea will still take him because we are not a serious club. Liverpool are useless as a club when it comes to transfers for what we really need. When it's to spend 100 million on Isak or Vets, they will spend. But when we say buy the people we really need to flesh out the squad, they won't do it. Let me tell you the name of this guy. His name is Dusharel Gieterad. I didn't pronounce his name well. He's a Dutch. He plays for Sunderland. He
just came there.
He's on loan. Listen, this is why it's crazy. He's on loan from Leipzig. So Liverpool now said, okay, yesterday we now went to Sunderland and said, okay, this guy is on loan, Abi. Cancel your loan with him, send him back to Leipzig. So we can go and collect him from Leipzig. Of course, it's not going to work. So today now, Romano has just said 2 hours ago that discussions are over because Sunderland were like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, why are you coming to us to come and cancel a loan so we can go and get him from Leipzig? It's just poor planning. So now we're going to the rest of the season with 2 centre backs because Gomez is injured again. Surprise, surprise. Joe Gomez is injured. As if they don't know he's always injured. Sorry, what are you saying, Obi?
A hot take for this season. If they are bought Gay, I think they would have been in this title race.
Yeah, of course, because
in the summer. Not
do you
now.
know why? Yeah. Do you know why? Do you know why I agree with you? Number one, Konate, I don't want to go in out on Konate, just lost his dad. But Konate was atrocious for 3 months. Everybody knew this. Yeah. And he could not take Konate out because we didn't have another centre back. Because Gomez was injured. So Konate was playing all those games. It was costing us point after point. Even Slot himself said it. He said, oh, Konate is at the scene of the crime too much. He said it with his own mouth. But he couldn't bench him because there was nobody. So what you're saying is true. Because if you have McGahey, at least, it's not like Gay is like most fantastic defender in the world, but at least he's competent. We needed somebody competent. And Van Dijk is old now. Van Dijk, so let's not excuse Van Dijk. Van Dijk too has not been great this season. He's 34 years old, but he's yeah. So why I'm calling them out as my donkey is not just because of this, it's just the poor planning overall. We spent a lot of money, which is good. We wanted them to spend money, but they left so many gaps in the squad. We don't have any winger to back up Salah. We don't have anybody on the left. We are depending on this 18-year-old, 17-year-old boy that scored against Newcastle. Well, okay, yeah, it's good. He scored against Newcastle. But after that, he has not done anything because he's 17 years old. He's not ready yet. And these people are telling us, oh, they're the smartest owners. They're always making this impression that, oh, they're always on the ball. They're always on the ball. They know what they're doing. Man, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. We won the league last year. We bought only one player. Yeah. We didn't buy anybody when we won the league. It was Kaiser, and the manager does not even like him. Slot does not like that guy. He just puts him there for 2 minutes, 3 minutes per match. He doesn't like him, and that's the only person they bought him. So Slot won the league in spite of them, not because of what they did, but in spite of them, because they didn't back him up. They didn't buy anybody for him. He won the league with only one signing that he didn't need. He didn't even need Kaiser, but they just went to bring him and say, "Oh yeah, take." And he doesn't like that guy. That's why he doesn't play him. So yeah, my donkey of the week. Sorry for the rant. I'm always ranting about them, and I'm calling them out again. Liverpool owners, FSG, donkey of the week. I'll round up and let me take comments. Henry, thank you for joining us, Henry. Henry is a Arsenal fan. He said, "My people, good evening," of course, because Villa lost. So he says, he might as well be recalled now. Now he's talking about Nwaneri. He said Nwaneri should be recalled because no, I didn't know this. Obi, what happened to Marino? Sorry, what happened to him? Is out on
while I was on the call now, but I've not heard it. I've not read it. I just saw something flash on my phone right now as we were talking, but I've not seen it yet. Maybe he's injured because he had not been. He wasn't in the squad yesterday, so he might have some injury. I don't know.
Okay, that's interesting.
I haven't seen it yet. So I don't. While we're on this podcast, I just saw something flash up. Merino is expected, but he didn't finish because it just showed me the head. So I'll be the first thing I'll check. I don't know.
Okay, no problem. So Henry says Baropos in essence. Where do they do that at? I'm not sure what it's referring to. It's not necessarily though. Okay, maybe it's just responding to what I was saying. Anyway, thanks for joining us, Eric. Thanks you all. I mean, Raji, thanks for showing up again. Again, top marks to you. I mean, even when Newcastle are not doing well, you show up. We know some people that dodge. We know them. I don't want to mention their names. Some people dodge when their teams lose. They never show up, but we know who they are. But anyway, thank you, Beef, once again. Thank you all. I'll just do the social media handles before I go. YouTube, you can find us as Footy Fantasy. Twitter is at Footy AD Fantasy. Instagram is at Fantasy Footy. And the team music that we're about to play just now is from SJ Music. Thank you for all those who joined us in the comments today. Okay, Chuku, Henry, Ayo, Oga Kwame. Thank you all. Dayo Munich fan. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll catch you next week. See you.
Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
You're watching Footy Fantasy. It is sure say the thing go meet your football needs. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. It's Footy Fantasy. You're watching Footy Fantasy. Footy Fantasy. It is sure say the thing go meet your football needs. Banter from rivalries.